Hello. I don't normally stream today. Today? What up? The lighting on me isn't terrible. I was expecting it to be worse. It's nice to have daylight. I haven't seen daylight, I feel like, in a few months. So that's nice, and I'm gonna spend it inside playing games. I was gonna start earlier, but I ended up watching GDQ. Man, the games they're playing right now in particular are rather hypnotic to watch, because they're like, there was Super Meat Boy and the Messenger just now. Forget what was right before that. Oh yeah, it was like Mario Bros 2. So it's like platformer morning. Those are always good runs to watch. So, yeah. And I thought, if I have to do anything today, it won't be until later. So I was like, you know what, I do want to stream today. So let's stream earlier in the day. Also, immediate cutscene. This is why I stopped before. I'm like, I'm too tired for another 20 minutes cutscene.
If that is all, I will return to a state of inactivity.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the Azure Knight, my awakener.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
I eagerly await your results.
Looks like he went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh? I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough.
You were on a floating city, dude. Surely this pales in comparison.
I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you, really. And that goes for everyone else, too. Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, all right?
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
You make it sound like it was easy. Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it. So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
We have a lot of people.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
It doesn't really dawn on you until you see them all standing in front of you.
I'd like to follow Reen's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well.
Only 3 of them have
Thank
never
you,
been like able to be
all
a
of
party
you.
member. And they, well, like 2 of them actually. We had Princess Alvin as a party member.
And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound. Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself. My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them. Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Well, it's probably not impossible.
Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information. But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Reen!
Oh. I was like, is that Elise?
Toa!
I didn't
George!
immediately recognize Toa's voice.
I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel. So you were on board too?
You bet. Good to see you, Rain.
Whoa!
It's really you. You're really okay. No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance. We've been so worried about you.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I? Sorry, Toa. But I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista, and it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
Oh. You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't. We still need to work on that one. But I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
See? Reen's a guy you can count on. Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting. There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
But first I assume, a bunch of optional conversation. Maybe some bonding points? Probably not. I assume we're going back to Ymir. You think you like Trails in the Sky more? I do so far, but also we finished Trails in the Sky, so like...
The Courageous began its independent operations
we
right
still
before
have 2.5 games to go
occupied.
through, so I'm kind of trying to reserve that judgment until we at least get to like finish the third one.
I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Arcade, and we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance.
But why do you say that, Everett?
What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit. And we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
It's less of a pseudo-harem where everyone wants to bang the protagonist. You know, that's fair. And there's a lot of like, ooh, who's Reen gonna fuck?
George
You're
and I
right,
haven't
you're
been
right.
here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
He did?
I hope he's still alright. By the way, what happened to Major Vander? You two are always joined at the hip.
Alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia. They're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
With him too? So he's over in the west now.
I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Hyarm's Sutherland province, along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact. But the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage. On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
That's terrible.
I'd heard as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
The amount of voice acting that has been in this second game has been nice for my voice.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
They clearly had a bigger budget for it.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
I think there's more voice acting than not so far.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. But that means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really. With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war, what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Reen was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
Isn't pretty much just battle lines and Trails in the Sky? Yes.
This is a full-on war.
I don't think there was any.
Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides.
I don't think there was any like in a cutscene. I think I read out all of it.
No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, We found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again. And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this. A part only we can play. We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, but together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
That was wonderful, Reen.
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think I speak for everyone in Class 7 when I say that.
You bet.
I agree completely.
We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Reen said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Reen's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve. And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
The words of Dreichel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
I understand, Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction. But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you.
Oh, snap.
From here on out, the Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
What? What?
Father, would you mind elaborating?
That was a very appropriate reaction from Elliot.
It means exactly what it sounds like. The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion. I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Well, yes, but...
But then what will you do?
We plan to disembark and make our way to the western provinces. Once there, we'll begin working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region. The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
I was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal. But with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of eastern Erebonia in your hands.
Wow.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
I don't know, I think Toa has thoughts here.
Kinda. If we've got the Courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I'm not even sure the Guild could come up with a plan this wild.
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the Guild's members handle things, yourself included. Oh, and Alphen?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well. This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular. It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
I'd be happy to. Henceforth, I, Princess Alphen Raisei Arnor, will guarantee the legitimacy of their actions. So do whatever you see fit to do. You have my full support.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Wow!
We are truly honored to have you with us.
No turning back now.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, this is a turn of events I didn't see coming.
Of the courageous.
Of course, I had no idea what was going to happen next, so I saw nothing coming.
Please, leave Eastern Arabonia to us.
We'll be counting on you then.
I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
I still don't know entirely what the plan is. We want to do a third faction and then to make things better. And I'm like, but what specifically are we doing? Are we gathering Thor students to then talk more?
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous' day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
It would be an honor.
This would never happen in real life. Just I need to point that out. A prince and a lord would not entrust the most powerful and fastest airship in the fucking country to some 17-year-old military students. It really does suit her though. The size is just right too. Fortunately, I had a spare on hand that was a size smaller. That's quite fortunate. Kind of like a cute mascot, like a human Mishi. Perhaps we should capitalize on this opportunity with an irresistible line of Captain Toa merchandise. Sounds like a wonderful idea. You two were terrible. Gotta say, the hat's a nice touch, Toa. It really suits you. Yep. You definitely look the part of a captain with it. Things will be just fine here in our absence. Yeah, you guys won't be needing us around much longer. The only thing I don't like about these scenes is, almost every scene, they feel the need to have every single person say something. And it's just nice hat over and over and over and over and over and over. It's like, God. You guys are taking off then? You'll be disembarking together with Father, yes? Yeah, it was nice to help you out until you guys got back together again, but now that you are, there's no use to me sticking around. The situation to the west, what it is, I've decided to help out over there instead. I intend to return to commanding the RMP. You're so fucking OP, though. I believe that's the best way I can contribute to bringing this war to an end. We understand. Bye-bye, Claire. If you bump into Lecter somewhere, make sure you say hi for me. I've been entrusted with a number of research tasks by Chairman Irina, as it happens. So this is farewell for now. Oh my god, all my OP characters are leaving. That doesn't sound shady at all. But stay safe, alright? Whether you're a member of Ouroboros or not, it'll never change how our family's made. Oh my. I'm touched to hear you say so. Please, my lady, take care of yourself. Still, let's keep in touch, okay? I'm gonna keep gathering as much info as I can through the Guild's intelligence network. It's not like Arabonia is the only place where strange stuff's going down now. True, I'm particularly concerned about what's happening over in Crossbell. Anyway, I'll leave that to you. Give my regards to Miles. Thanks for everything that you've done for us. I'm sure that we wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for your help. Hey, no need to get all stiff all of a sudden. You're embarrassing me. We may be working separately from now on, but I intend to do all I can to aid you in the future. Take care, everyone.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now. Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only the goddess herself knows for certain.
Hell no.
Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, well, are we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite. I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The old guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the old guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Was he now?
He and I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him, but there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
Actually...
Captain?
Is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue.
He was never killed fully.
I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied.
They pumped him full of Azure Knight particles.
But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
Now he's a cyborg.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the intelligence division did something to that effect.
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern. It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Unbelievable. I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave. He had so many plots in motion, I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
Calling it now, he's not dead. He's like secretly anime alive somehow.
No change in weather or wind direction since entering Kreutzen provincial airspace.
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH. Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
He's a zombie. Or a demon. Maybe he's an ogre? Maybe it's
Detour
infused
around the Twin Dragons Bridge.
with the
Stay
power of an
within the
ogre
clouds.
and it saves his life.
Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. She's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that remains is to do it.
What is that? I still don't know. What's our immediate goal? Oh, okay.
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way. And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But, in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Yeah, we don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want. I lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
Wow, freeloader.
You slacker.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arcade School of Quartzmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
I was kidding. In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
Getting back to the matter at hand, we don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now?
Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it?
Yes, that's what those words mean.
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. That makes sense.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
We were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
Toa, George, the Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but...
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country. Now, most of the upper-class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though.
No doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are gonna be rock solid.
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity. Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point.
We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out.
I mean, this is obviously the type of thing they would want to do. Whatever, it's a first goal.
And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the others from thinking it too?
I just don't see the long-term goal here.
So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the Academy, why not go and ask them to join us? I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep an eye out.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again. And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
I know the feeling, actually.
Everything works for me. I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base, and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia. Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can, all for the sake of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
Well, I suppose we need to decide next. What we need to decide next is where we should head for first. Yeah, we don't have any places we can go at the moment, but there's Lagram, Ymir, and the North Highlands. We're able to land at the 4th Armored Division's base too, right? Yeah, I asked Dad about that yesterday, and he's fine with it. Probably better for us to swing by all of them once, really. Oh, almost forgot. Prince Oliver sent you a few requests to take care of. Oh, joy. The details are all right behind you. Behind us? Oh, there's an orbital computer here. I've only ever really used one in class. No need to fear, technology doesn't bite, plus it'll be easier in the long run for you to grab stuff from there. So go on, take a look. Oh, lucky us. These are made by the Epstein Foundation, so are identical to the ones we use in class. There we go. It's popped up. So this is how everything's displayed. The Intelligence Division has some of these too, I think. Monster Madness. The Highlands. Some of the Thor students. I mean, I've met them all. Right. Badass in danger. Patiri. Who the hell is Patiri? One from Nord, one from Legram, one from Grelli's Proving Ground. Seems we got plenty of work in store for us all over the country. How I wish it were my imagination, but I think I saw a depressingly familiar name on one of those as well. Kinda worried about the one Dad sent us. I don't think we can ignore that unusual monster that's appeared in Nord either. Prince Oliver took the time to gather and send all of these to us himself? How you managed to do that? He just left for Western Arabonia. He's a guy with plenty of connections, especially through the Bracer Guild. He said he's going to keep finding stuff like this that he thinks you can handle and send them your way. How many you end up doing is up to you, but I'd recommend taking care of the more urgent ones at least. Understood. I don't think any of us mind one bit. Indeed, it helps bring focus to our goal of touring the region and helping those in need. With that being said, I would assume checking the safety of our fellow Thor students is our top priority. I took the liberty of giving you that one myself. We're slowly getting information in on where other Thor students could be. Anytime we find something, we'll update the computer, and who knows, maybe they'll be willing to join us too. Convenient. Suddenly very grateful for those classes. Guess we'll be checking this thing pretty often. Well, I think that's almost everything. When you've decided where you want to go first, let me know, okay? Oh, and George is hard at work setting up an orbital factory in the ship's hold. So if you need any modifications made to your Arcus or any quartz, you can sort those out there. While you're at it, it's worth checking out the other facilities on board, too. It's not much now while we're short on staff, but I'm sure any students you recruit will get creative with their space. Might as well. Still, do you guys mind if we figure out who's going to be making up our active party while we disembark first? Actually, if we're doing that now, would you mind including me? I'd like to see the strange monster from the Highlands request myself. I don't mind at all. That sounds fair. I can come in if you need a hand, too. You just let me know if I'm needed, okay? Thanks, instructor. Now, let's see. Who do we want? Let's do this. I assume I can change it. Maybe not. Alright, let's going. Let's get going. The Awakening Lions. Should probably do as the instructor recommends and tour the facilities on board at least once before disembarking. There's not much, but it'd be smart to see George in the ship's hold and pay Valimar a visit. Might be good to see Princess Alphen, too. You now view the student info tab. Well, I couldn't do that before? I thought I could do that before. I guess I couldn't see all of them, only the ones I'd... Wait. Oh. I didn't even know this was here. Every RPG should have something like this. Some sort of like journal, so like if you like take a break and you forget, then you just have a quick thing right here. Just be like, hey, this is what was happening. Oh my god, they each have like their own like bio. Many rate it as the most fun fish of all to catch. I was gonna check. I don't know. I was gonna change. I'm gonna change Elise's thing back to normal. So I don't even remember what our normal one looks like. I think I like this better. All right. Got quests. More quests. Unlock eels. I assume looking at this will add it to my thing. Set it in the RAM. And these are the ones that I've seen straight up. Oh, was that Claire's tent? Is that what that was about? Really, a byroad? Some of those I had seen myself. Settings / dress up. Flight animation? What? Hold on. Was that just for us traveling? What? Okay. The real question is, okay, I'm gonna add it here. Because this game is very. This series has always been like, hey, you are confined to this area. Do I now just have full freedom, or is it still going to be like, oh, this is irrelevant? See, it's like wider, but it's still not like I don't have freedom, really. Like I can't also just like run down all the highways I've been down already or something. Not that I need to, but like I'd like to be able to. By the way, there's something I heard right before I left the academy that you might find interesting. Apparently there's a number of second-year Thor students out there trying to fight the Alliance. Really? Yeah, supposedly after helping the first years escape, they split up and spread out across the country. They've been on the move ever since, trying to set up Arcus relay devices wherever they can. Oh, I can't believe it, though. I can believe it, though. Their second years are pretty tough. Don't you forget it, but seriously, if we can find them, I'm sure they'd be a great asset to our cause. There's a chance you'll run into them in a populated area, but I'm guessing you'll have better luck on the highways. Keep that in mind, Toa. Thanks. Organized party, nice. Oh my god, it won't even let me skip my own ship tour. His name is Voyager? So I have a map. Oh my god! Yeah. This floor is the conference room and the royal room. The latter is exclusively for Princess Alphen, obviously, but I bet we'll be using the former quite a bit. Fourth floor contains a number of useful facilities, including a conference room and various training rooms. Also contains the royal room, which, as the name suggests, was designed for members of the Imperial family on board. Right now, that's Princess Alphen. There are 3 training rooms in all, built to train your close combat, range combat, and arts capabilities, respectively. These can't be used immediately, but you will be able to use them once you've recruited students capable of running them. I see. I could be reading these out loud, I guess. Can't maybe go in? No. Hello, Reen. Hello, Your Highness. What's the document you got there? Oh, just a little formality I need to get through before we really get started. It's to show that control of the ship has been temporarily passed from our family to you, and that you've been given the legitimate right to use it as you see fit. Alright, well, if you need my help to cross any T's or dot any I's, let me know. You've been gracious enough to join us on the ship, so the least I can do is help you out with whatever you need. Oh, don't worry, half of being a member of the Imperial family is paperwork anyway. I can handle it on my own. Besides, you've all helped me more than enough already. Come to think of it, I never did thank you for saving me from the Pentacle, did I? Properly, I mean. Thank you very much, Reen. I truly never expected you would be my knight in shining armor. That's not something I need to be thanked for, but back in Ymir, I swore I would rescue both you and Elise from the Alliance. I completed half of that task, and now I've got to finish the job. Well, let me help you with rescuing her. I'll be keeping a close eye on you all the while to see if you're really Order of the... I can't read today. I'll be keeping a close eye on you all the while to see if you're really Order of the Phoenix Wings metal material. That sentence is a mouthful. What's this now? It's a very exclusive honor that my family only awards every few years to people who are really deserving of it. There are 3 medals in all: charity, love, and strength, awarded to people who exemplify said virtues. It just so happens that, as a ship of the Imperial family, we have some of those medals on here, so I have them to give. That's remarkably convenient. So if you demonstrate your worthiness for any of those medals, I'd like to give them to you. Though in your case, I'm sure it's more of a matter of when than if. I don't know if I'd say that. Still, it can't hurt to try to live up to those lofty expectations. But medals or no medals, the most important thing to me right now is rescuing Elise and helping you reunite with your family too. Of course. Now read the Order of Phoenix Wings. Okay. Alright. Those will be similar to the medals last game. But they all come from one person instead of like a bunch of different teachers and stuff. You can access the front and rear decks from this floor, and it's where all the shops are. I'll probably see a lot of this place. A room to take a nap in. Nice. Only one shop is available for now, but by recruiting Thor students, you can raise that number up to 4. The aforementioned nap room allows you to rest and restore HP and EP for free. Hey, Elliot, doing some violin maintenance, I see. Yeah, it probably seems kind of strange, huh? I would have thought so too, but Prince Oliver changed my mind with a few choice words of encouragement. He said, war or no war, the power of music never weakens. If the path of a musician is truly what you aspire to, then even the way you fight should reflect that and be your own. Makes a lot of sense coming from Prince Oliver, too. He plays the lute, doesn't he? That's right, he's performed all over the country and even outside of it. I'm not exactly sure what he means about finding my own way to fight, but I'm going to try and figure that out. Maybe if I just keep on fighting while staying true to myself, the answer will come to me. I sure hope it does. Ellie and I have been talking about what we should do now that we have this ship. Making sure everyone from Force is alive and well should definitely be one of our top priorities, if you ask me. I think it'd be helpful to have the entire lacrosse club on board, but the other students probably wouldn't hurt. The more the better in my book. We'll need as many able bodies as possible when it's time to take back Thor's too, so let's get everyone we can. Yeah. I do have money. That. Just for the ones that are in my party right now. Alright. At least I got the weapons. Ooh. Ah. Storage room. Nap room. I'll probably never use it. Whoa, is that the hawk that saved us back in Nord? Good eye, his name's Theo, and he's a friend of mine. He flew all the way here just to spend some time with us. I don't speak hawk, but I'd guess he's saying that he's happy we're all back together again. They never explained how Chloe can talk to Zeke. Did they? They never really explained that. It was just like, yeah, she speaks hawk or falcon or whatever. Or can speak to that one specific bird for some reason. Maybe it was a familiar. Maybe she was a witch. Holy shit. What if Princess Claudia of Liberal is a witch? Think so? Thanks, Zio. And people revere hawks as sacred birds, so I think his being here is a sign that this ship is the wind's blessing. Skies may be vast, but with the winds looking after us, we should be able to fly them with ease. And I'm even happier to have Zio here. She's never done anything else that's magical, but that's like the most... It's the most logical assumption. Supporting gates. Because they, as far as I know, they never explained why she can talk to Sieg and why Sieg can talk to her back. Again, you know, everyone else is like, how are you doing this? And then they're just kind of like, well, whatever. That's a cool ability. Infirmary. While these current facilities are currently a little, shall we say, limited, more will become available as you continue to recruit students. This floor also contains a game room, which is just right for playing Blade 2. What is Blade 2? Can I do that now? I did get that deck, didn't I? Completely forgot about that. Blade 2 deck. You can't remember when you even got. What a well-stocked infirmary. All the usual essentials like medicine and bandages are here in ample supply. That's good to know. As much as I hate to say it, we'll probably end up needing all of that. After all, we're dealing with war here. Even I'm not optimistic enough to think none of us will ever get hurt. That's true. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid losing anyone, even ignoring the tragedy of it. A loss like that would make taking on Crow and Vito nearly impossible. Yeah, you're right. There's another good reason to stay alive. Oh look, it's Mr. Do-It himself. Guess you're too cool to care about the potential risks of kicking your supporter out of the Corps, huh? Talk about holding a grudge. Sorry. You better be. Make sure it doesn't happen again, you hear me? Sure, Emma's got the most of my attention now, but when you're fighting in Valimar, I'm your support. I need to see just what the two of you are capable of, so don't count me out yet. I can live with that. Make sure you don't start getting ahead of yourself. What an emotional cat. Is this the same? There's no reason for these to be here other than it's here. Notice the scrap of paper stuck between two of the cards inside. Is it a note from Crow? Welcome to the new and improved version of Blade, creatively titled Blade 2. It's basically the same thing with a few more cards to make it more strategic. Give it a shot. Just don't let it distract you too much from becoming a better night pilot, okay? He dropped that on purpose. When did this get into my pocket? He could have just given it to me when we're sitting together, but I guess this is a much more Crow approach. Still like the sound of more strategic. Maybe I should try inviting someone down for a game? To get all the practice in that I can if I want to beat Crow. And I'll play Blade 2. You can only deepen your bond with 5 characters at a time. Characters you have a deepened bond with get a star next to their name. After each major story development, these stars are removed, allowing you to deepen your bond with any 5 characters of your choosing again. Okay. I guess I'll go with the 5 that are in my party. Guys is at the top.
Shall we begin? Go ahead and draw.
I don't know what Force does.
Go first then. Winds, aid me.
Oh, I can't choose. Oh, always destroying a card. What does Force do? Doubles your current total. Pretty good.
I hate to do this,
dang.
But... well played. Huh. Guess
Dang.
we need to redraw. I'll go first then.
Guessing he doesn't have a bolt then. Probably would have used it.
Well done.
Oh, fuck. Ugh. I'd rather Force.
Well played. I lost, but I had a lot of fun.
Do I still get the link up? If I play everyone? I guess we'll find out.
If we have to. Draw a card. I'll be going first. Now you've done it.
It seems like a good one to just play at the beginning.
Now you've done it.
That's right. Oh, that's something.
Be gone!
If he has a Force, I'm screwed.
At least it wasn't a complete waste of time.
We have a Lisa.
Let's get started. Go on, draw a card. Same score, huh? After you then.
Well, this sucks.
What? You can't do mirror! Now you've done it.
Wow.
Now you've done it.
I was expecting a bolt. Alright.
Force!
Dang. Well, I'm screwed.
I won.
There is a lot more strategy in this version. It's like dangerous to let big numbers like that build up because they might just have a force and then auto win. Who would all? I had Million.
It's time to duel. Come on, draw a card. I'm going first. Come on, draw another one. You're up first, I guess. Come on, draw another one. I'm going first. Take this.
Okay.
Whoosh.
Oh, fuck off. The game knows.
I wanted to win.
Wow.
Then let us begin our duel.
Oh, I meant to do Emma. Oh, well. This will be a good test because I'm going to
draw
play
a card.
Emma no matter what.
We're evenly matched. Let's read. The first move is yours.
I don't have a bolt. That sucks.
Divine Bolt.
There it is.
Mirror.
I'm gonna destroy a card. And then I think I'm gonna force.
Well played.
Ah!
I didn't expect that. I admit defeat. Well done.
If I didn't get that... Actually, no, that was a blast. I guess I could have just forced and won. Alright, so I got 5 stars. But do I still get Link XP?
Promise you'll go easy on me? Shall we draw?
Kind of a meh
And
hand.
the first move is all yours, Reen.
Yeah.
Oh no! This could be trouble. I'm going to use a bolt card.
Oh, you can bolt that? Oh, I did not know that.
I'm going to use a bolt card.
Please not the mirror. Please
I'm
not
gonna
the
have to use
mirror.
a blast card.
That was gonna be my ace in case she forced or like fucking did whatever.
Oh, you beat me.
Okay, you don't get XP. So you only get to get XP from 5 people. Okay. I do want to play one more game though. This is actually a much better version than the first game. Just adding like those 2 cards
We draw here, right?
changed up a lot.
I'm first.
Just use my shitty ones.
Guess we'd better draw again. I'm first.
I guess having a bolt for a force would be really good. I'm gonna blast right now.
Ouch.
Chances of getting something good. Good enough. It's a 6.
Force.
I mean, mean, I can just do the same thing.
Crap. Take this.
Come on. Oh! Uh-huh.
Guess we'd better draw again.
But I have so many more cards.
Guess we'd better draw again. I'm first.
Ooh.
Guess we'd better draw again.
I could still lose here.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Guess I lost.
Okay, last one.
Go easy on me, okay?
Last one. It does nothing.
Okay, let's draw. Looks like you're up first.
Oh, this is garbage.
Being tied means we have to redraw, right? Looks like you're up first.
God damn it.
Bolt! Mirror!
Wow. I'm just gonna take that back.
Really? You're playing that now? Mirror!
Oh, come on. I'm afraid he has a force, but he might not have a force.
Didn't see that coming. Being tied means we have to redraw, right?
God damn it.
Looks like you're up
God
first.
damn it, I lose.
I win.
Alright. Let's move on. What else is on the floor that I haven't seen? All the ship's operating manuals are in here, and shockingly are relatively easy to understand. In fact, the biggest hurdle to reading them is extricating all the other books that have been jammed in here. I think we can blame that on Prince Oliver. He doesn't really strike me as particularly organized. Given the state of the game room across the hallway, I'd say that's sugarcoating it. Maybe that's for the best. I was pretty nervous when I heard that we'd be looking after a military ship. But after seeing the state the prince left it in, the pressure's off. Yeah, maybe this was all deliberate, like he's sending us a message saying that it's okay to relax and unwind sometimes. We obviously need to take our work seriously, but if he doesn't see any harm in taking a break, then neither do I. Yeah, otherwise you work yourself into a nervous wreck. The ship's got everything we could ever want. But how's it compared to the Pantagruel? Well, the Pantagruel's bigger and more luxurious, but the Courageous matches it step for step in terms of facilities, and it's more mobile. Got a cooler sounding name, too. Thought so. There's still room to add more. Oh, that reminds me, I had a chance to sit and chat with those two Zephyr members while I was on board. They weren't exactly in the chattiest of moods, of course, but it's pretty clear that they're still thinking about you. Well, that's nice. But you're my family now, and that's what's important. I'll find out what they're after if I have to do it myself. You don't. We're all in this together, and we'll help you get your answers. The ship's so fancy. There's so much to see. I can't even decide where to start. I mean, I would if this thing had a chef. I was hoping for some tasty grub. Well, we're flying with a skeleton crew right now. Chefs aren't exactly essential on a ship compared to, say, engineers. But that's why we need to get to work on recruiting students. The more we get, the better the Courageous. Makes sense when you put it like that. Makes me kind of jealous of the nobles, though. I bet the Pantagruel's got some real top-class chefs on board. They gave you some super fancy food when they took you aboard, right? How was it? It's not like I could really enjoy it that much, given the whole hostage thing. Oh, I guess it couldn't hurt to ask. Have you ever heard of something called the Black Workshop before? Huh? Hold on, who told you about it? I figured she might know. That old Tina girl mentioned it to me. She said it's the place she belongs to. She also said they loaned her to the Alliance. Just what kind of place loans someone else a girl? How much can I say here? Is the confidential info in their intelligence division file enough? Sounds like stuff you shouldn't be telling me, but sure? Well, we don't know where it is or anything, but it's a really unique arms workshop. They make weapons to order, but one thing they have in common is that they're all super powerful and super hard to use. You know, for terrorists, high-level Jaegers, customers like that. The huge rifle Crow used to shoot Gramps was probably made there, too. You think? Well, it was designed to hit a target over 3,000 ARG away with pinpoint accuracy. That's pretty nuts. Claire says it's the same one he used when he faked his own death back at the mine, too. But if they did make it, I wonder if that means they're allied with the Alliance. That's a lot to take in, but why would a girl like Altina be affiliated with a place like that? Then there's the Cleve Sullish of hers, that's basically her personal heir Gatlum. 99% sure it's actually pronounced Cleve Sullish. Wait a sec, does that black workshop make the combat shells or something? What about Air Gatlum for that matter? Ding ding ding! Gramps used to do business with them through the intelligence division from what I hear. But about a year ago, I guess all contact with them just stopped. Lecter was trying to find out where the actual workshop was for a while, but he didn't have any luck. That's so. Still, I bet you we're gonna run into that girl and her Sammy sooner or later. I'm getting a kind of rival vibe from them, you know? Me and Lammy have got to keep up our training so we can beat them. We're gonna do 1,000 arm swings a day and 1,000,000 push-ups, and we're gonna be so buff you won't even know what hit you. Just to be sure, do those arm swings on the deck and away from people so you don't hit anyone. Oh, now that I know more about the workshop, though, it's more mysterious than ever. We might need to add them to our foes to watch out for list right under Ouroboros. Right, already in there. Bootaroo. I use any? No? Okay, fine. Nice, so this is where the Orbital Factory is. I could see myself coming here pretty often. George said he brought the Orbital bike on board from Ymir too. Maybe it's here? Either way, I want to thank him while I'm down here. This area contains the Orbital Factory. End of sentence. Like any other Orbital Factory, you can forge weapons and synthesize ports. Simply speak to George and he will fulfill all requests. As this area also happens to be the most spacious part of the Courageous, it is also where Valimar and the Orbital Bike are stored. Eventually both of these can be customized as well. Just taking a look at that panel back there. Is that a vent? No, it's a panel. Hey George, everything doing okay here? Yeah, the Orbital Factory is all ready for use. So if you need any work done on your orbits, don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks, I'm sure we'll be taking you up on that very soon. By the way, you're the one who brought the Orbital Bike on board, right? Guilty as charged. I figured it'd come in handy at some point. It was still in good condition thanks to uses, but I did make a few modifications to it. Like what? Oh, I changed a few parts so that they'll be better suited to riding off the road. So now you should be able to ride it on rougher terrain. Feel free to take it for a spin anytime. We can ride whenever we want, really? Really, even if it were to break down or something, it wouldn't be hard to come and collect it with the Courageous. So go ahead and have fun riding it around. Thanks, I've got a feeling it'll come in handy. To be honest, just the thought of getting to ride it around all over the country gets me excited. Angelica would be proud. Just one thing, about that sidecar we added to it, it was roughed up pretty badly during the attack on the Academy, sorry. I can fix it for sure, but it's going to cost a lot of mirror to buy all the materials. You have to go without it for a while, at least until we have the funds to repair it anyway. That's a shame. It is, but what can you do? Oh, one other thing about the bike. What would you say to giving it a brand new paint job? A paint job? Yeah, I saw this special feature in an automotive magazine about painting those recently. I thought it might be kind of fun to give it a shot ourselves, you know? We've got the perfect test subject. We can easily set up a station over there. Why not give it a go if you're interested? See, that does sound interesting. Yeah, I'll give it a shot once you're all set up. Sounds fun. And ride the bike whenever. Cannot be done from within dungeons or during specific events. That makes sense. Customize the color. Make it magenta. If I can do that right away, I will. Expand. Oh, the crit one. The crit. The crit. I probably got random shit to sell. Probably still have a ton of ingredients I don't need. There we go. Oh, there's the sidecar. That's only 10,000? Try the yellow for now. I won't buy this immediately because I want to buy this. That's 3 now? That's fine. Ornament? Look at some slots. Give everyone like a couple. Ow, that sucks. I'm gonna spend 600 on that. Alright, that works for me. Oh my god, it keeps going. I forgot about Sarah. There's so many people at goddamn scrolls. Black, red. Right, yeah, I was just in the shop. I mean, it's already kind of magenta. Just like a pale version. Going with the yellow for now. Greetings, Awakener. Awakener. Hey, Valimar, I take it your mana's recovered a little now? Affirmative. It stands at 50% replenished. I see that a new power has awakened with you as well. I don't know if I call it new exactly. This power's always been within me. I just didn't understand what it was or why it was there. But thanks to everyone's help, it finally feels like it's a part of me, if that makes any sense. Still, I need to keep practicing using it. I can't have a repeat of what happened aboard the Pantagruel. You appear to be aware of your own limitations. Much like how you learn to better synchronize with me through practice, humans must improve their specification through similar means. You need only to work towards improvement to gain optimal proficiency for the battles to come. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can't help but feel that one day this power will be useful to me as an Awakener too. I won't be able to use it all the time, but I'll do what I can to get better at making use of it. I look forward to it. Now I can use it? It was like, you have unlocked this, and now in like an hour or two in-game later, now it's unlocked. Why did it fucking it? Alright. Now he's quick traveling the courageous, okay. At least 3 turns. It's probably like 100 CP or like 150 CP or something like that. Alright, well. To the bridge. Alright, I think I've seen all the key onboard facilities now. Now all that's left is to tell TLoH where we're going next. Board the courageous again by pressing square. Pressing start. This feature is not available in dungeons or select portions of the story. Hey, Dream Eaters, how you doing? Oh my god, can I actually see like a ship and like really see the layout of this country for once? Because I've been really curious about that for a long time. From a report quest by inspecting the old computer on the bridge. Running quests nets AP, which in turn will periodically raise student rank and earn rewards, making it wise to check in frequently. The computer also gives you access to latest information, also reporting the notebook. You'll survive, that's good. I'd prefer if you survived. So where was it supposed to go, and therefore we'll go last? Islands, and they're all over the place. Alright, so I'll just avoid killing the monster in the Highlands, and we'll just go wherever. That was Craig, and that was... LeGram. Okay. Get ready for bed and watch me there. I mean, yeah, you do you. Choose destination. I was thinking of going to Ymir first. There won't be any, like, students there. But, you know. Really a proving ground.
Where do you want to go?
Oh my god, I actually get to see a map. Alright, so we've been here the whole time. Let's find all. Holy shit. We've just seen like tiny bits like super zoomed in of this so many times. I'm like, I vaguely remember where everything is related to each other. Got a ruler, got the mine. By road we took. I think. Isengard. Cool. Shit. Alright, let's go to Ymir first.
Leave it to me!
Just fuck off the liberal. That'd be kind of funny. Do we got new snowboarding? There's gotta be a new snowboarding course. Look board. Purple dot! I've done all... No, hold on. I've done all the A's, right? Yes. Almost jumped too soon. The jump is so short. It's like really high, but really short. I appreciate the epic snowboarding music.
I did it!
It's like the climax to an anime. I'm just going down a hill. I should really, like, go back to the courageous and like unequip like the really good cords on people. I kind of hated doing that last game, so I think that's why I'm not bothering this time. Like it's like every time I change party members, I have to like fuck. It's been like 20-30 minutes resetting up my entire party. Kind of just don't wanna. People could just have what they have. What did I just... Silver Bell, that's what it was. Mirage Suse. Perfect. I don't have a healer, though. Like, people have some healing spells, but I don't have, like, a healer. Tira, Elos. I mean, she's got, like, the spells. She just doesn't have cannon equipped. I think I'll leave her for now. Emma's the healer. Let's see, who's casters? I'm guessing Eustace can be. I mean, Eustace is kind of both. Like, he's physically as strong as Millie and Gaius, essentially. Which seems kind of unfair. Because the downside to having all this freedom is I now have to go around and talk to everyone in multiple towns. Just in case of a secret side quest. Also, there's fishing to do everywhere. She thinks there's a ghost in the springs? Since when did they have two maids? Okay, that's two people that have been like, there's something creepy going on here. There's no day-night cycle, so it's not like I can come back at night. Maybe it'll come up later. So this entire time I've been like, man, I want freedom to go wherever, and then I just realized the way that they hide secrets and shit in this game, I don't want freedom. Like, anything could be hidden with behind any NPC anywhere in the world. I'm like, here's your recipe. Here's your book chapter. Here's a secret side quest out of nowhere. I wonder when I'll be able to trade on my airship. Of course, I'm getting low on U material. So maybe I shouldn't. I'd rather use it for weapons. I assume I can, like, still go to, like, even though I can't land in Keldic and Briarheart, I assume I can just go there. Because there's students there. I can go recruit them. Oh, that's this whole town done.
Oh, I could probably fish.
Fishy, fishy. I kind of want to. I want to see if it'll let me go to Isengard range. The entire time it's been like, no, it's there, but you can't go.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
They said they were getting, like, the mountain, like, tram thing up and running. I'll probably never be able to actually use that.
Not what I had in mind. Caught one.
Alright.
Let's get going.
How does this work with, like, battles? That's the same, kind of the same as the
You're in
Horde.
my way.
Let's move.
Oh, it's 100?
Second floor. Damn! Now's our chance.
Here! Leave it to me.
They're open! Got you!
Very well.
Right. Pierce them! Mirage arrow!
Here I go.
All right. Together, we're unbeatable.
Wasn't even worth my time. Let's go the bike. I don't need to do any of this. What if I drive the bike into it?
Let's ride.
Alright. The bike's kind of awkward on this road because it's, like, really narrow. Like, it's faster for me to just, like, run in turbo because I feel like I would have more control. They don't really chase after me, though. Why is this like this? Okay.
want to go?
I want to... That's like self-contained. I'm gonna go there at last. I assume... Alright, let's go to Legram.
Full speed ahead!
I don't know if the... Was there a student in Legram? I think there was one. I think. I want to say it was like the sister of a nun was here. Hello there. I've heard about what you're doing what you're up to these days. You're traveling around on the Courageous gathering information, I believe. As a member of the guild, I'll be happy to do what I can to help, so don't hesitate to call on me. I'd appreciate that. Well, seeing as you were kind enough to offer, you wouldn't have any interesting information for us, would you? Interesting. Well, how about this? As I'm sure you can imagine, the Noble Alliance have wrested control of all the country's major towns and cities, but lately there have been a number of people who've started forming small resistance groups and opposing them. Resistance groups? You don't mean... Supposedly, they've been standing up to the army's tyranny and supporting those who are being oppressed. And while this is just my instincts talking, I can't help but wonder whether they might be people you know. They definitely could be. You wouldn't happen to know where any of these people were, would you? Well, considering they've gone this long without being caught, I'd say they're moving from place to place. Your best chance of running into them might be explore relatively quiet highways. Makes sense. Thank you, Miles. Let's file that nugget away at the back of our minds.